Hey all! Now, I didn't want to do another vlog on Luis Suarez. I didn't want to give him any more of my time, really. But I have decided to film my reaction to him going public to The Guardian, Telegraph, etc., to the press, stating that he wants Liverpool to let him go, that they'd made some sort of, promise to him that if a Champions League club came in with a bid for him of over 40 million, that Liverpool would let him go. Now, Luis Suarez originally stated that he wanted to leave England due to the press. Now, for me, he's an absolute hypocrite to then go to ask to leave Liverpool to the press. The press that he's slated, the press that he said, have done nothing but ridiculed him, and made him a scapegoat. He then goes to them and asks to leave Liverpool. He's nothing but a hypocrite. I think that he is extremely ungrateful to Liverpool, who have stood by him through the biting incident, of Branislav Ivanovic, and then through the racism saga with Patrice Evra. Liverpool put their reputation on the line. The managers, Kenny Dalglish and Brendan Rodgers, came out. They've backed him to the hilt. Liverpool haven't exactly reprimanded Suarez. And this is the thanks that Liverpool get. I mean, it's absolutely ridiculous. Luis Suarez, for me, has brought great shame on us. He's brought great shame on Liverpool Football Club. He's dragged our name through the dirt. The media, writing story after story about Liverpool, negative publicity. Luis Suarez, for all the good that he has done, with his goals, with his, undeniable talent. He's a fantastic player, but he's brought great shame on us. Is it all just too much hassle, really? Too much more than it's worth for Liverpool at the end of the day? I think that there was a fantastic response from Brendan Rodgers and from John W. Henry, our owner, FSG. Brendan Rodgers has excluded Luis Suarez now to train on his own, and I think that until he gets a better attitude than the one that he has at the minute, because quite frankly it stinks, if he changes his attitude and he comes out and apologises to his teammates, to the fans, and to Brendan Rodgers, then I think that he'll be, rightly drafted back into training with the rest of the players. But, that said, the latest Sky Sports article that was out earlier today, 11th of August, was that Luis Suarez had no intentions of apologising to his teammates or to, the fans, because he felt that he'd handled it correctly. He'd handled the situation correctly and he'd done nothing wrong. Well, if that's the case, and if that's your attitude, for me, as far as I'm concerned, Luis Suarez can just go. I do not want him at my football club. I do not want him at Liverpool. If he's going to come out with remarks like this, and come out with this stinking attitude that he feels like he's done nothing wrong. He owes Liverpool, as far as I'm concerned. Liverpool have stood by him, and, he acts like he's being held at ransom and, being denied his human rights to be able to go to another club. Not just that, but it was the fact that in those articles that he took to the press, he threatened to take Liverpool to court. I mean, seriously. He's threatened to take Liverpool Football Club to court. Now, if that doesn't scream that he thinks he's bigger than the football club, I don't know what will. I really struggle to see why people keep defending the man and, supporting him. Because at the end of the day, he has no respect for Liverpool. He's no respect for our fans. You look at... I noted down earlier that Harry Redknapp had written, I'm not his greatest fan at all, but he had said, that the latest actions of Luis Suarez will have Bill Shankly turning in his grave. Too right they will. Too right they will. I mean, when Bill Shankly was manager, players, respected the football club. There was loyalty. This sort of behaviour, for me, if it had been Bill Shankly, okay, it's before my time, as is Bob Paisley, two of our two greatest managers, in my opinion. But they wouldn't have tolerated this. They wouldn't have put up with it. If Luis Suarez is going to carry on like this, they're going to, put him in the reserves. And if he doesn't want to be at the football club, they're going to kick him out. No player is bigger than the football club. None at all. So, for me, he has now gone beyond the point of no return. If he doesn't want to play for us, then, I would stick him in the reserves until he changes his attitude. If he doesn't, if he's adamant that he's going, I would sell him. Simple as that. Now, I know that John W. Henry said that he's unequivocal, in the idea that he will not be selling to Arsenal. That's fine. I do not want us to sell Luis Suarez to any of our rivals. I do not want to see him go to a Premier League club. Absolutely not. But if a foreign club do come in, if, Real Madrid or a club abroad comes in for him, I would like to see us sell him. I really, really would. I can't stand how Luis Suarez believes he's bigger than the club. And all the claims about Liverpool having promised him this, that and the other, promised him he can leave. Nonsense. Absolute rubbish. And Brendan Rodgers has said that he hasn't. That Liverpool never did that. So why he's coming out to the media and speaking such rubbish, I don't know. He says that he's treated the club with respect. How is this respectful? It's not. There's no respect at all. If he 100% wants to go, then he should just get lost, go, piss off to another club, preferably to Real Madrid or to a club, that's outside of England. At the end of the day, any player can be replaced. You have to move on for the good of the club. It's more important that we focus on Liverpool Football Club, not on Luis Suarez. He's just an egoist. At the end of the day, you have to think about what's in the best interest of Liverpool. Say if we did sell Suarez, we could then perhaps buy players we've been linked with say, Alderweireld, Ericsson, Papadopoulos, and improve the overall strength of our starting 11 and our squad than, say, if we just kept Suarez and didn't spend money, or say if we bought Ericsson and Suarez, and kept Suarez, then, okay, we've got a stronger squad. But say if we ended up getting rid of Suarez, who doesn't want to be here, and then signing 2, 3, 4 quality players to improve our starting 11, for me, that'll improve our squad, it'll improve our starting 11, and having players at the club that want to wear the shirt, that want to fight for the badge, that wear the shirt with pride. We want players here who want to be here. And if Luis Suarez is adamant that he's off, then just piss off. Get lost. For me, as far as I'm concerned, Luis Suarez is no longer a Liverpool player. He wants to leave. He will be gone by the end of the transfer window, I feel. I think if Real Madrid come in for him, even if I don't think it will be till the very end of the transfer window, but I think if they come in for him, Liverpool, despite what John W. Henry has said, despite what Brendan Rodgers has said, will sell him. They will let Luis Suarez go. And I'd be absolutely fine with that as long as we have replaced him. If we can't find replacements, we keep Suarez, let him cool down for the 6 games that he still has to serve of his ban, and then bring him back into the team. And hopefully his attitude will be a lot better. It's World Cup next year, so hopefully he'll be still drafted into the Uruguay squad despite whether or not he plays for Liverpool or how he plays. But hopefully he'll come in, it'll be a model professional, and he will give his all for Liverpool for the season. If we've got to keep him. But that doesn't mean that I have to support Luis Suarez. I'll support Liverpool all the time. I've supported Liverpool ever since I was tiny, since I was a little boy, and I'll support them through and through. But that doesn't mean I have to support Luis Suarez. And my message to all of you is support Liverpool Football Club, but do not support Luis Suarez. He has shown us no respect at all.